Hello, welcome to the iRZ Online video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we are going to tell you how to connect an ignition switch sensor to a vehicle and configure the display of data on its performance in graphs. Besides, we will create the engine operation duration reporting parameter based on the ignition sensor and add it to express and detailed reports. Let's go to the Settings tool, List of Vehicles, and click on the Edit option. The selected vehicle has the ignition on input connected. Now we need to configure it. We head over the Devices tab. The system displays the list of the devices attached to the vehicle. We click on the Configuration button next to the device. In the dialog box that opens, we see an IMEI and the type of the device attached. Below, there is a list of the inputs used. To connect the ignition switch sensor, we need to add a new input. To do this, we click Add. We have connected the ignition sensor to the first discrete input, so let's select it from the options. We select the date when the sensor is connected to the vehicle. By default, the current date and time are set, but we can set them to other ones. If we specify connections, for instance, in 2 days, the sensor is displayed in the system in 2 days too. We click OK. The sensor appears in the list. We select the Edit option for the sensor. Then select the data type, logical, and the physical name, ignition on. We can fill in the remaining fields if needed. When all the settings are made, we click Save. We can see that the ignition switch sensor is added to the list for the first discrete input. We click Save and then Save again. Now we can add data on the operation of the ignition sensor to the graphs. Let's head over to the Graphs tool. Select Add, check the box for ignition on and click OK. We can select the graph color and its type. It is recommended to select discrete type of graph. Then we click Save. Let's have a look at the graph on the ignition sensor operation. We head to the Track tool, select our vehicle, the period to build a track, then build the track. Click Display Graphs and select Ignition On. We can see the periods of time when the ignition has been enabled and when disabled. Now, let's configure the engine operation duration reporting parameter based on the ignition sensor. To do this, first we need to create a virtual sensor, which will be connected to the reporting parameter. We go to the Virtual Sensors, click Add and select the name for the virtual sensor, Ignition On. Next, we select the One Input Dependence or Configurable Dependence option. It is selected if we need to create a virtual sensor for several inputs. Let's add an input. For this, we click the Add button below. We select the Ignition On option from the list. We specify the minimum accountable input value, 1, and the maximum value, 1. When the value falls within this interval range, the system will understand that the ignition is enabled. We can set the minimum accountable operation and idle time. We click Add. Then we specify the date from which the system will count to the readings of the ignition sensor. We click OK and Save. Now we are going to add the engine operation duration reporting parameter itself. To do this, we go to Reporting Parameters. Now we are going to add the engine operation duration reporting parameter itself. We select the virtual sensor Ignition On, and we select the connection date from which the parameter is to be displayed in the system, and click Save. In addition, we can add this parameter to the Express report. We head to the Express report, click Add and select the engine operation duration reporting parameter. We click OK, Save and Save again. Let's take a look at the Express report. For this, we go to the Track tool and build a track again to update the information. The Express report shows data on the duration of the engine operation. This time we are going to add this reporting parameter to the detailed report, for instance, to the daily report. Let's head to Settings and Report. We go to the Edit mode for the daily report. Here we can change the report name and change the layout to display the report in the PDF format. The report type is specified when creating a template. Right now we can change it. We select the editing option for the daily section. And here we add the engine operation duration reporting parameter. We can drag it over the section. Finally, we click Save and then Save again. Next, we are going to build the report with a new parameter. We go to the Report tool, select the vehicle, select the time range, the daily report and click Generate Report. So we can see a new parameter engine operation duration in the report. For more detailed information on the web iRZ Online tracking system, visit irzonline.com or contact the managers of the sales department. Thank you for watching.